To Reverend Ed Trevors. John Weaver again from Rosamond, California, on the other side of the coast there, pal. Yeah, in regards to the video that you posted regarding Napoleon and political manipulation of faith. Video link I'm sending you is probably something similar to that one. Yeah, sometimes my faith is tested, and not just in the political leaders, just in general itself. You did something about being pissed off at yourself, being judgmental. And judgmental, hypocritical, egotistical, megalomania, that sounds like me. But it had to be a hell of a lot of hatred, a hell of a lot of anger, a hell of a lot of vitriol, and a lot of pride in that one, a lot of chest thumping, thinking I'm better than everybody else. And I have to keep reminding myself I need God's constant reminder and constant thumping on the head of what humility and humbleness is, what servitude is. There's no way in hell I'm going to be perfect. I don't know if I'm going to be perfect in God's eyes. And me going after each other and or after everybody else who's not up to the schedule. I mean, shit, we're doing that. We're doing that thing to ourselves on a constant basis, there, Rev. And I have to keep asking myself if I'm doing the same damn thing. And the answer is yes. I'm a full of an idiot. I'm doing this thing. Am I laughing about it? No. But for some people, I probably am laughing about the damn thing. Times I come across your videos and I try to listen to the message. I hadn't been in a 12-step meeting in a hell of a long while, Rev. Sometimes they'll get biblical in there, but they're trying to talk about struggle of their own faith in the belief in a higher power, a power greater than themselves to restore themselves to a level of sanity. I put it in a level of sanity because I don't know what sanity is anymore these days. I try to see it on the outside, but then again, I don't know what sanity is. I look at myself and I'm wondering if I am sane. Lucid, maybe, but sane? I'm questioning myself. I'm questioning whether or not if I'm actually on God's prescribed level for myself. We're supposed to be human beings, okay? Human beings make mistakes, make decisions. But we're also held accountable. We're also held transparent. We're supposed to be on a level that we're supposed to be transcending ourselves. I don't find it. I keep finding myself as one screwed up human being. Like I think I know better. Problem is I don't know any better, Rev. And if I did, I'm not doing it right. Then again, to be judgmental in both man's laws, but in God's face. I mean, how is he looking at schmucks like me in the first place? Or just me in particular? Sometimes I get a subtle message of saying God still loves me. And sometimes I have to keep asking, why? What the hell? And there's one answer keeps coming back down, because. Because. Yeah, but that doesn't give me a right to be an asshole, does it? I mean, I still have the free will of being of that way in the first place, and God would still love me. But the problem is, would He be able to tolerate me enough? But if I'm going to be following Jesus at this point over here, the advanced level of believing in something greater than myself, I don't know. Trying to love everybody else and trying to be accepting is, especially when you're an egomaniac. You think about yourself. But here's the thing: sometimes I joke about being an egomaniac, but then I'm reminded of things I've done in my life that may not have considered part of personal gain. On my channel, I do diary agree rename Diary of a Griever named John Weaver, and that's me. And in that situation, I'm talking about my own feelings, personal situations I've gone through, the trials, tribulations, grieving, mourning, politics, a lot of crap. And I have to do a lot of soul searching. I am trying not to put myself into a position or an image that I'm greater than anything else. I don't want it. Originally, it was supposed to be for a lifeboat, emotional and mental lifeboat of memories and of feelings of what I've gone through. And if I'm actually going down that last final path, somehow it pisses God off or something. I don't know. But I'd rather not do that. But if there was any mental changes, at least people would watch it and try to understand what were the warning signs on that one. If I really got angry and hateful, sorry to say, Rip, but I am, and I still have to work on that one. I don't like the Trump, and I don't like the Trumplicans. I don't like the hearing the lies and the manipulations left and right. But then again, I have to keep questioning. I have to put critical thinking in action over here. The stuff I'm hearing, is it accurate? Is it all accurate? And I have to decide for myself. Much like you're putting out what Paul has been trying to tell us. So I think it fits in that aspect. And I think that's one message I still needed to listen to. I'm grateful for that one there, Rev. Sometimes I'm scared of what God wants from me, wants from me. Maybe He's expecting more than what I'm delivering. Why? Question would be why? Why would I think of it? Why would I feel it? It seems like I have to have absolute faith. I have to have absolute clarity. I have to firmly believe in something greater than myself, and that I have a problem with that. I'm definitely not in that mode. I'm not doing it as well as I should. Sometimes I'm scared of what I'm doing these days. Am I doing it right? And quite frankly, I don't think I am doing it right. But if I am, it's like I'm expecting corrective lightning bolts coming from down the sky and just scaring the crap out of me. And I don't know how much I'll tally up. It seems like I'm focusing more and more. How worthy am I in God's eyes? I shouldn't have to worry about this one, should I? But I should have to worry about the actions and decisions I've made. At least the thoughts are always next to impossible on that one, but still. That's the actions and words. It's been a lot of my videos. There's been a lot of vitriol. And some things I've said because I've spoken and that's it. Not much corrections on it. Pride, ego, or maybe assertion. I think I know better than everybody else. The truth of the matter is I don't. I only observe as I keep telling people. But even in that aspect, I'm doing the judgmental. Judging by whatever standards and actions, feelings, and everything else I hold dear inside of me. So I guess maybe I still have to be at the doubting Thomas of sorts. I still have to doubt whether or not if I'm actually doing it as well as God and Christ would want me to, if I'm going to be putting myself in that kind of aspect. Hold ourselves to a higher level than expected. We keep thinking about being human. Sometimes you have to grow as a human. You I'm trying. I'm trying my best on that one. But then again, I'm puffing a chest out on that one. I don't know if I'm doing the best I can. I don't know if I am doing it right. All I know is I speak out against people who are going against what I think and feel, and I think keeps calling them fools and idiots. But I also call myself a fool and idiot. I'm in good company. You're talking about Napoleon trying to mask himself. I think Napoleon was being a con man. He wasn't being a man of the people. You want your leaders, you want people to follow you. You be a con man. You con them into this shit. You want the power, you want the glory, you want to lead them. You want to be in that kind of position, then you got to con them. You're going to be absolutely honest and truthful with them, or you're going to be a power mad, egotistical, sorry son of a sea dog, and really convince them that you have to follow because I say so. And again, it's the damn ego edging God out. So yeah, I got a problem concerning about politicians saying follow me because or if anybody else in a religious aspect saying because I am this. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, here we go again. I don't want that. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have anything to dealing with it. I don't like to listen to televangelists these days because I think they're full of shit. I'm not holding back languages on some occasions, Rev. I've heard some of the con men out there. I've heard some of the postings that they put out there just to try to reach their audience. They want to be a man of God. They want to be a word of God. They say, well, I will lead. I. I'm like, oh my God, no, 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 no. Is this how it's supposed to be for people in theology? We have to lead out and be con men all the time? Do we have to be megalomaniacs? I'm not a leader. I didn't want to be a leader. I sure as hell don't want to be a leader. I got followers listening to me all the time. It's slowly but surely growing. That scares me, Rev. Originally, I was just talking points and things I've seen, and people are listening to it, and it's like I'm a magnet. I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to be a damn magnet, but it seems like maybe God's got a choice, and I really wish I wasn't aware of this damn crap. I don't have the desire to be a leader. I'm a black sheep. I'm a black sheep among the white sheep. I'm not trying to be racial at this point over here. I'm trying to be rebellious at point. I'm a ram among sheep. I want to be separate from the damn thing, but I want to be a part of it too. An isolated introvert looking at everything else, trying to do the Schrodinger's. I'll get that name right one of these here days. Be that cat that's both alive and dead. You're either a participant or you're an observer, or you're both, but you can't be neither. How does that work? You can't be both. You got to be one on side or the other side. You can't be both. Doesn't work. Physics and logic doesn't work that way. And yet, it happens. Be a participant and observer over your own damn mortality. Find it fascinating enough when you see your body die in front of you, and then it's morbid curiosity until you're actually popped out. You're observing it, but you're also participating in the damn thing. How does that work, Rev? Yeah, sometimes I'll think about those kind of things. I know I'm a fool, I'm an idiot. I called myself many times like that. It maybe pisses God off or Jesus off that I'm not suitable. But you know, if I can do service, I'll do service. I'm not looking for a handout on that one. I'm not looking for the payout saying, pay me because I'm doing this for you. No. If I was going to be for a job, hire myself for a job. I haven't done that in a long while. But I'm not there to be someone else's. I'm not sure if I'm willing enough to do that either. It scares the hell out of me. Because I don't know what the hell I'm saying and doing half the time. I just say it from my gut. I say things out of my gut. Some things I think it's clear pain in the ass, and other times it's murky as hell. But it's also mean judgmental. By whose standards? Mine? Mine is screwed up as it is, but it looks like I'm doing it out of my standards, and because I've seen it and gone through a few things left and right, so I think I know better. Main reason why I keep asking for God, I should be asking more for it more often. I was being humiliated and humbled. Whatever happened to humility and humbleness? Without the damn pride, without the arrogance, without the ego thinking I know better than anything or everybody else. I'm no better than the next schmuck next to me. I'm no better than the next person. And I think I know better? That's ego. That's pride that's puffing out the damn chest. Sometimes when I've heard the lessons of Gandhi and see how he lived, and it was hard for him not to judge people, and he kept working on it. He kept working on it. He was a man I could actually listen to and respect. He was a man I could actually understand. You know, when Ben Kingsley did that 80s movie on him, I must have watched it a lot. Not just for the acting, but what I was hearing from it. And seeing the demonstrations of it and seeing the pearls of wisdom coming out of it. Coming out of what Gandhi had learned. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. He was able to laugh at Hitler. He tried not to hold any judgment against anybody. And there was a lesson that he did nearly at the end of the movie concerning about this one guy who bashed a kid's face in. And the resulting lesson was you teach him in his religion. You let him be raised in his religion. And the guy was from a different one. You had Hindu versus, not Sikh, Muslim. I was seeing this. I was hearing this. I thought that was most profound. Meaning if I happened to, well, if I happened to been put in that kind of situation, I would have to change and totally adapt my ways into something else and another thinking, another form of thinking, another learning and acceptance. And at times I think we need that, Rev. I think we need to understand that more and more. Look, I'm no holy man, that's for damn sure. I curse and cuss like a son of a bitch. I don't drink. Not for a long while. But I've done a few questionable things. I think God would still try to raise an eyebrow at me or not. Just, what do you think you're doing, Mr. Weaver? That kind of situation. But this was something I had to get off my chest. This was important, Rev. I'm not vying for political. I'm not vying for anything. I don't want the damn leadership. Even though, I'll tell you something. A long time ago, I may have thought about it. I may have thought about it a long time ago and had that arrogance. I discovered I didn't need that damn arrogance. I didn't want it. I didn't want to be in that situation. I'm no damn leader. I'm learning from experiences. I'm learning from life's lessons. I'm learning, period. Trying to keep an open mind on this one. Does that make me a rotten bastard? Wokeism? So we throw the political head game in that one? I'm judging other people for their own damn attitudes, their own damn egos, their own actions, what they're projecting, and forcing it down people's throats. And I'm reacting and overreacting on that. And the question is it valid? Is there a mathematical formula we're supposed to follow to make it valid? Or is there a spiritual mathematical formula that makes it valid? To tell you the truth, honestly, God, I don't know, Rev. I don't know. I guess I still have to talk to God on this one. I still have to talk to him about a lot of things, I guess. Am I willing enough to be open to listen to it? And that's the other thing. One way or another, he'll get a message out to me. I have to be open and ready and be willing at that moment to listen and understand and question if I have to, but still. I'm not a good person half the time. I don't judge myself as a good person. I'm just a person. I'm just a human being. I got my own faults and phobias at this point over here. I still don't like other people left and right. But then again, I have to keep asking that. So why do I not like them? What the hell did they say or did that pissed me off to a point where I think they're invalid human beings? Problem is they're all valid human beings. They all have value one way or another. It's just what we put into them. Even if they are con men looking for leadership. I hate to say it, but there are people out there who want to brainwash your ass on this one here. And if I have to be judgmental and fight like hell on this one, then I guess that's my job. I'm not liking it, but I'll go to battle on this one. I prefer my freedom. I prefer my liberty. But I prefer everybody else having their freedom and liberty also to say their stuff. But if they're going to be forcing of you, if they're going to be like a Borg mentality, we say so, you don't. We're in charge, you're not. Sorry, that doesn't jive with me. I will go to war. I don't want to. I don't have to. There's always a choice in there, isn't it? But it's not just the choice, Reverend. It's the consequences. It's the reverberations. It's the ripple effect. Define it any other way. We get our asses kicked one way or another. We get the boomerang upside the head. And that's what I'm always expecting, Reverend. The boomerang. Eventually, I'm going to have my head lopped off. Not physically, or I don't know, maybe. But my actions and my words will have a detrimental effect. Equal and opposite reactions. There's a physics lesson in there somewhere. Anyway. Until next time, Rev.